Welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, welcome. If you are new here, I am the Blunt Reader. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Leo for February 2020 or whenever you see this video and it resonates with you. Because this is a general reading, it cannot and will not resonate with every single person who is watching this video. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by visiting my website at thebluntreader.com. If it is your first time here, please be sure that you like this video, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that when I post a new video, you are notified. We are going to take a look at love first, and then we will move into the general reading. General being finances, career, anything Spirit needs you to know, be aware of, or focus on in the month of February. With all of that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Leo for February 2020? Leo, February 2020. All right. So we have romance. We have divine timing. And we have deja vu. I just heard another sad love song. What y'all got going on, Leo? With romance, I feel like you'll definitely be in a very romantic mood. But with deja vu being here, it almost feels like a repeat. Another sad love song. So maybe it's another situation either with somebody you've already been with or somebody new, but it ends the same. Deja vu, especially because the imagery is a CD, and I don't know if you can see it, but there are scratches on the CD. It's like a CD that has been scratched, and if you ever had a CD that was scratched, it gets to a certain point and it just replays the same thing over and over. It's just like, you know, you can never get past that point. Or there are parts of the song that kind of get jumbled. So maybe there are parts of this story or of your love life in general that are kind of jumbled. It also feels like a repetitive cycle that you keep going through in your relationships or in a specific relationship. And it could be because you're rushing the process with divine timing and not really waiting for the right person. You're just, you know, going for whoever is there, whoever is available. Because one of the scratches on this CD is an X, and I feel like that's saying stop. Or you're going to make it worse. So it looks like y'all have some repetitive cycles going on in your love life, especially with Valentine's Day and whatnot. Like, you could definitely have a day, you could definitely have some romance, some goodness going, but I just feel like it's going to end up like this. Another sad love song. I feel like there is more of a need to focus on friendships than it is, you know, romantic relationships, or developing a friendship first before you then move into a romantic relationship. Because again, with divine timing, I feel like it's rushing it. It's not necessarily waiting for the right one. It's waiting for or going for whoever is there at the time. What messages do you have for Leo? We have the Emperor. What messages do you have for Leo regarding love? The Ten of Cups. Messages for Leo in love. And we have the World. I'm also hearing lover boy, so you may have, you know, somebody who kind of fits that description of a lover boy. I mean, the energy here looks really good with the Ten of Cups. The World, the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody that you want to build a relationship with, the type of person that you want to have this Ten of Cups with. But I feel like with the World being here, for some of you, you may have already kind of tested out of this cycle, this repetitive cycle where it's just another sad love song, and you keep going through the same thing. Some of you have tested out, meaning that you've passed the test and you've graduated, and now you get to encounter this emperor because you're now the empress, or vice versa, and you get this ten of cups, this happily ever after, the solid and healthy connection and relationship. For others of you, though, this is where you're trying to go, but you keep, it's like that Wheel of Fortune is moving in reverse instead of moving forward, because you haven't learned the lesson, because you're still settling for whoever is there and not waiting for the right person. You're trying to rush the process. Okay. Well, the Devil came out in reverse. Seven of Cups came out in reverse. The Star came out in reverse. The Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. With the Devil and the Seven of Cups being here in reverse, this says to me, for some of you, again, those of you who have tested out, it's like you got out of this place of being emotionally confused, not knowing what it is that you wanted, or having all of these options and choices, not really looking to settle down. It's like you're done with that. You're done with your toxic ways. You're done with dealing with other people's toxic ways. Maybe you were in a toxic relationship and you freed yourself from that situation. But with the Star being here in reverse, there is still a need to heal something. There's still something that needs to be worked on. Now, the other group of you who's still going through this repetitive cycle, I feel like even though the Devil is here in reverse, the Seven of Cups is here in reverse, it still feels like you're in it, though. And maybe you're real deep in it, and that's why it's here in reverse. This Ten of Wands is something that is a burden, something that feels overwhelming, but it's something that you could put these burdens down if you wanted to. I feel like you encounter people that just got a whole lot of problems. We all got problems. We all have things that we got to work through, but I feel like you just picked, like, the ones that really need work. They may show up as this emperor, but then you quickly realize, nah, that ain't it. These people may not, have anywhere to stay. They may not be working. They may have some type of addictions. Sure know how to pick them, Leos, huh? I just feel like they got issues, a lot of them. And again, we all have issues, but it's one thing to know that you have things to work on and there are things that you're actually working on. And then there's something different to know that what you're doing isn't necessarily healthy, but you don't see anything wrong with that. Those are the type of people some of you are picking. Like, they know what they're doing isn't the best, probably because everybody is telling them that, or their lives are just in shambles, but they're not willing to change because they don't really see anything wrong with it. Please clarify the Devil in reverse. We have the Nine of Pentacles that wanted to come out. The Nine of Pentacles, again, is you testing out, you growing up, you evolving, you maturing. This is also somebody who's single, who's very independent. Please clarify the Seven of Cups in reverse. Temperance, but there's still something that needs to be healed. This is also a card of patience, and you don't seem to have much patience. Again, with divine timing that was there. It's like rushing something. You could also be rushing the healing process, and that's why things have not been fully healed. This is why you have this deja vu and you're still repeating the cycle, because you feel like, well, I've moved on from that situation, so why am I still going through the same things? Why am I still having the same problems? Why are my relationships still not working out? But it's because you haven't healed. You're rushing the process. You may be going from one person, and before you can fully heal and get over this person and whatever has happened in this situation, you're looking for the next person. That's not how you heal. Please clarify the Star in reverse. The Empress in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse. So for some of you, I definitely feel like you could have been somebody who was playing the field. You weren't looking for anything long term. You were just into casual relationships, which is fine if that's what you want. But I feel like there's been a change, or there is a change taking place, or this is somebody that you are connected to. With the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse, this is somebody who maybe had a lot of options, who was from this person to that person to that person. Again, this could also be you jumping from relationship to relationship. And Spirit is saying to calm your hot ass down. To spend some time by yourself. Focus on yourself. Heal yourself right now. Please clarify the Emperor. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Please clarify the Queen of Swords and the Ace of... Okay. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I feel like you're letting go of something. We have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck now. Just had the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles is here. I do feel like you're letting something go, and it could be this Emperor person. It could be somebody that you have a child or children with. It is somebody that you're letting go of, but there's still work that has to be done. I feel like the way that you're going about releasing this situation, even though, you know, healing isn't one size fits all, I feel like you're doing more avoiding than you are actually healing. Like you may have disconnected yourself from this person, detached from this person. You're not talking to them. You cut them off. You block them, whatever. But it also looks like you are lying to yourself, essentially saying that you're over it, you're done with it, and you're putting your attention into maybe your career, your finances, other things to kind of get your mind off of it. But that's not how you heal, by avoiding it or pretending that it didn't happen. Please clarify the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Moon. We have the Three of Wands. Somebody could have been holding back a secret and they finally revealed it. And somebody else decided, okay, let me call my Uber and leave. This also looks like you turning your back on someone or something, or somebody doing this to you after something was revealed with this Moon. Please clarify the Ten of Cups. Queen of Wands. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. Ten of Swords. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and the Fool was sticking up. Please clarify the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, and here goes the Fool again. And right after that was the Two of Wands. So in this situation, it feels like it was very one-sided. For some of you, dare I say a lot of you, I feel like you weren't very serious about a relationship, and maybe you were the one that had a lot of options, a lot of choices. You weren't looking for anything committed. You were just playing the field, whatever the case may be. Maybe that was your attitude, and then you encountered somebody who was ready to settle down, who would have been a really good match with this Emperor here, because the Emperor is in the upright. The Empress is in reverse here. So you could have encountered somebody who was ready to settle down, who was ready to build something and have a future with you. But for some of y'all messed up a good relationship because you still had the same attitude, because you hadn't healed from other situations. So maybe you pushed this person away, or maybe the fact that you hadn't healed from other situations has kind of caused you to be anti-commitment a little bit. But I feel like now you're wanting to change now that there's been some sort of ending. Again, this could be vice versa, but I do feel like it's for a lot of you who are watching that you messed up a good relationship because you were so used to just having casual relationships. You weren't looking for anything serious, maybe because you had been hurt before. And the Six of Pentacles says that it was very one-sided. This is a very one-sided situation. And somebody got tired of waiting for the other person to put forth some effort. And that's what caused this situation to come to an end. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles and the... Okay. We have the Four of Cups. Something being turned down. We have the Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. Judgment. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Lovers in reverse, Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, that's definitely what I feel. Somebody messed up a good relationship because of the way they had kind of adapted or grown to handle relationships. You've been hurt before. You don't want to be hurt anymore. So you're not going to be open. You're not going to be vulnerable. You're not going to have a serious committed relationship. You're just looking for something casual. But you encountered somebody who wanted something serious. And this could have been a really good relationship. But I also feel like this person really knows their value and worth. And they're not with the bullshit. So it was like, okay, you want to play games? That's fine. I'm going to just move on. And for some of you, you know, this is your energy. Somebody was playing games with you and you just moved on. But now somebody isn't wanting this connection anymore. Somebody realizes that they messed up something good. But now the other person who was actually trying and putting forth effort is like, nah, I'm good here. Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, the Four of Cups. No. Whoever was the one giving the most in this situation is just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Because when I was trying and when I was putting forth effort, you didn't care. That's not what you wanted. So, cool. I've made my decision. There you have it, Leos. It looks like for some of you, you definitely messed up a good relationship because of past wounds, emotional wounds, traumas, whatever, that were not dealt with. I feel like now you're at a place where you're wanting to change and work on it, but it seems like it's a little too late. Or again, this could be vice versa. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say about general messages. What general messages do you have for the sign of Leo for February 2020? What general messages do you have for the sign of Leo, February 2020? What general messages do you have for the sign of Leo? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Six of Wands. One more card, Spirit. For Leo. General message for Leo. We have the Eight of Swords. We have you at the bottom of the deck with strength. So the way that I'm looking at this, it really looks like a story. So with this Eight of Swords being here, this was you feeling stuck in the situation, stuck in your mind, overthinking, overanalyzing, feeling like you don't know what to do. You don't know what direction to go in. You don't know how to handle a specific situation in your life. Then we have the Queen of Swords, which is you bossing up, you or this other person, you getting the clarity, you becoming clear about what it is, kind of pulling yourself out of this energy of not knowing what to do. It also feels like something could have happened that made things very clear to you. And so then you get into this Queen of Swords energy where you're making executive decisions, and it seems like that decision is to walk away. So it feels like you're walking away from something that you once felt trapped in, or you didn't know how to navigate that situation, how to get out of that situation. And you're moving towards success with the Six of Wands. So it looks like you free yourself, you make a decision, and that leads to you getting success. Please clarify the Eight of Swords. We have the Tower. So like I said, for some of you, something happened and that's what made you make that decision. And maybe whatever that something was this Tower moment for you. Please clarify the Tower and the Eight of Swords. The Fool. And you get to start over. You get this new beginning. You get to have this clean slate that leads to victory. That leads to success once you get out of this situation that you may have been or felt trapped in. Could have definitely been a relationship, the Lovers here. The Five of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Gemini, because I feel like in Gemini's reading that I did, they had a similar message of like somebody being mentally confused, like them not being able to make decisions for themselves. I think that was Gemini. At any rate, it looks like there was a relationship that you felt trapped in, confined in, and you free yourself from that situation. You take the leap of faith. It feels like the leap of faith is you. It feels like the leap of faith is you walking away from this relationship, because that required a lot of courage for you. It wasn't easy for you to walk away from this connection, from this person. But this Knight of Pentacles is like an offer that you get that leads you towards this victory, this success. It could also be you feeling unsure about what direction and what path to take regarding your career. Maybe being a bit confused or feeling confused about what your purpose is, what your path is, what is it that you're supposed to be doing. Maybe that clarity comes to you and you take a leap of faith and go on this new journey of discovering yourself and what you're supposed to be doing while you're here. And this Five of Wands is like, yeah, you're going to encounter some people who may not be happy about the decisions that you're making. So they may try to make things more difficult for you. But that's just part of the process. And it's not anything that you can't overcome. This Knight of Pentacles says slow and steady wins the race. Like I said, don't rush into whatever is next. Whether that be another relationship, a job, a career, whatever. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't feel like you have to rush, like you're in competition with anyone, because you're not. Rushing is how you ended up in this trap situation anyway. Please clarify the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups. We have the Star in reverse. Again, the High Priestess in reverse. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Star in reverse is one that you feeling like you don't know what's next. Like you don't know what direction to go in. This is also the need to heal from this emotional situation that you may be walking away from. It may take some time. Again, slow and steady wins the race. Healing is not one size fits all, so it's going to look different for everybody. But make sure you're doing the work internally. In terms of you not knowing what's next, you not knowing what direction to go in, maybe be questioning what your path, your purpose is. The High Priestess is here in reverse, saying that either you're ignoring your intuition or you're not connected to your intuition, and that is going to give you the clarity that you are looking for. This Eight of Pentacles in reverse says that there's no work being done. It feels like internal work with the Star, but maybe you're also not working. Maybe you're currently out of work for whatever the reason may be. But maybe you also need to do some legwork. So Spirit knows that you're serious about whatever it is that you're pursuing. You can't just expect things to be handed to you. You got to put some effort in. And for some of you, putting that effort in is you walking your way. You taking the initiative and walking away. Please clarify the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Three of Cups. This Ten of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in reverse is like there's no need for you to work on whatever this is. It's done. Put a fork in it. It's done. There's nothing left for you to do. Now it's time for you to plant seeds somewhere else, to do something else. It's the beginning of something. Again, it may take some time, but it is going to give you something that will last. This is long-term commitments. This is also about marriage. But start slow. Don't just rush into another relationship. Develop a friendship first. This would be the Page of Pentacles in terms of relationships. This could also be you starting a new job, you starting a new business. The Page of Pentacles is just something new, something that you are planting, something that you are going to give to over time, and it will produce results. But it feels like you're walking away from one thing, and it's almost as if you're having to kind of start over from scratch to rebuild completely. Maybe you move to a different city, you don't know anybody, you got to find somewhere to live, you got to find a new job, you got to furnish your place. You know, whatever it is, it feels like you're starting over, but you'll get there as long as you're putting in effort. Just make sure you're not putting in effort into the wrong thing. This Three of Cups is about reunion and celebration. This could also be about a third-party situation. So you could be walking away from a third-party situation. For some of you, though, you're going to go back to this situation that you've walked away from. Can't say that's going to turn out all that great for you, though. Please clarify the Six of Wands. King of Pentacles, the Boss. Please clarify the King of Pentacles. You could be offered a job. Seven of Cups. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. How you get out of confusion with this Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, you making decisions to go right back to confusion. Seven of Cups, you being confused. This has to do with your emotions, though. Emotionally confused, illusions, not seeing things clearly. Like I said, some of you are going to go back to the situation that you walked away from. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to turn out all that great for you. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So now there's confusion again. Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is somebody who is abundant. This is the choice that you should make. You choose yourself. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It could also be that you have a lot of offers coming towards you, and you don't know which offer to take. This is why you have to rely on your intuition, because only you are going to be able to tell yourself what's going to be best for you. I feel like there's victory and success here, but you're going to have to make sure you're seeing things clearly and not looking through rose-colored glasses. Not looking at it because it's something that you want, so you're trying to see the good in the situation and you're ignoring the red flags. Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles, Page of Swords in reverse. I feel like for some of you, you're not going to have all of the facts concerning a decision that you're making. Make sure that you're looking at any contracts that are coming up, anything that you have to sign. Make sure you're reading the fine print, because I feel like you have a lot of options and choices, and I do feel like it has something to do with your money. Could be some sort of project, a job, business opportunity, whatever it is. Make sure you're reading the fine print, because I feel like just make sure you're reading the fine print and not rushing to make a decision. If you don't have peace about the decision, there's probably a reason for that. Trust that. Please clarify the page of, okay, the devil in reverse again. Please clarify the devil in reverse. The page of cups wanted to come out. Ace of wands, 5 of cups at the bottom of the deck. This person that you get away from, it looks like they're going to come back around. Maybe offering sex, maybe offering some sort of opportunity that may have you a little bit confused. But I also feel like, again, something is going to be offered to you, but you don't have all of the facts. And this devil, even though it's in reverse, it kind of feels like the devil in disguise. Hiding behind something that they're offering, that they're making it seem like it's going to be good for you, but it's not. It's going to be good for them. Make sure you're reading all of the contracts, the fine print. Make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into. Make sure you ask all of the questions that you need to ask. Because even though there is going to be victory and success, I feel like it is 100% dependent upon what choice you make. And you can only make the best choice for you if you're connecting with your intuition and listening to that. Not looking at the, the glittery, the shiny, the sparkly. Listen to your intuition regarding this person that you've walked away from, because I feel like they're going to come back around and it's going to have some of you confused. But also a job, a business opportunity, something that has to do with your stability. Could also be like an apartment, a house, something like that. And it's like, with this Hierophant, again, Hierophant being about a long-term commitment, it's like you get in this long-term commitment, this contract that you can't get out of, but it's not good. Or you get the short end of the stick. So be mindful of that. I do hope that this was helpful for you, that it gives you some guidance, some clarity, and some insight. Again, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by going to my website, thebluntreader.com, and I'll talk to y'all next time.